Question, how do you make Ultra better than Ultra? You make Ultra luxurious. That's what Fender's done. We're going to tell you all about it, so stick around. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV. My name is Chris McKee.
And I'm Cooper Greenberg.
We're here with Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and like our videos. If you'd like to support the channel, visit our Teespring store link below for our custom designed t-shirts. So Cooper, it's Luxe. It's luxurious. It's the Ultra Luxe from Fender. Pretty cool.
Very cool.
So we heard about these long before you did, obviously. That's kind of how it works.
Bragging.
But we were excited from the get-go because I think, both of us really liked the Ultra series. You already purchased an Ultra Jazzmaster. Having any kind of a spec bump or an even upgrade available is both cool and kind of surprising because the Ultras haven't been around for very long. And, to see Fender do something like this, I would have initially thought, when I saw the announcement, that it would be like down the road, okay, the Ultra's been out a bit, we'll do something. But these are unique, and I think that's why Fender's come up with kind of an addendum, if you will, or an added bit to the Ultra line, because these Ultra Luxe guitars have some unique features that I don't think everybody's going to really care about, but I think for some players, they are some of the features that they've been waiting to see from Fender.
Yep.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think when the Ultras came out, a lot of people, especially even in our demo video and announcement, in the comments, there are a few things that people were like, for this price point, I expect stainless steel frets, and where's the matching headstocks? That would be cool. And right off the bat, there's two great things that are included in here.
So we're not saying that Fender listens to people who comment on our videos, but I don't believe in coincidences either. So right there, not to bury the lead, the big news here, I think, is stainless steel frets. And that's been something that people have been asking for a long time. And there's been two schools of thought on this, honestly. One school of thought is it doesn't sound the same. And if you want it to sound like your vintage Stratocaster, it needs to have nickel silver frets. But the other school of thought is, that's okay. Maybe I want a more modern sounding guitar.
Yeah.
I want a Fender Strat, but I want it to play and have that durability and kind of that really fast, silky feel that you get from stainless steel frets. And these have that in spades.
Just
they
feeling
are
that bend.
really fast.
It's crazy. Just feeling like nothing.
It's like glass.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah. So there are a few models in the lineup. We've got two of them here as early samples to show you, filming these before they officially launch, which is today. But we've got the Stratocaster, you've got the Tele, and then there's two other models?
Yeah, they got the Floyd Rose.
So there's a Telecaster with dual humbuckers that comes with a Floyd Rose, and then there's a Stratocaster with an HSS configuration that comes with a Floyd Rose as well, which is cool, to say the least. I think it's interesting and telling that they made these guitars with these stainless steel frets, and the models that come with humbuckers also have Floyd Rose tremolos on them.
Yeah, it's pretty rock and roll, pretty hardcore.
So cool new features. Let's cover some of the other great specs on this. The neck is different and new. So the neck on the Ultras is the modern D. This is called an augmented D, and it feels asymmetrical. The top feels thicker than the bottom does. They haven't given us any measurements on this, but that's definitely the hand feel that I get from the guitar. And that complements the radius. So it's a compound 10 to 14 radius, which I have on my Strat, and I'm kind of partial to it. It's kind of the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
You don't have that on you have that on your Jazzmaster.
Jazzmaster,
So how do you think?
10, 14.
What do you think about that compound radius?
I think it's cool. I mean, it makes sense. It feels pretty logical to me in terms of the type of stuff they're going to be doing up here versus the type of stuff down here.
Yeah.
And not having one, it's not as like crazy of a difference that I think a lot of people think. Like I have a friend who's like, oh, never compound radius.
Right,
it
would feel weird
just
or
try
something.
it. Yeah, no,
it's seamless. I don't notice it.
Yeah.
Except when I don't have it, and then you become accustomed to things.
Yeah.
The geeky explanation of it is that you have the rounder radius over here on the fretboard where you tend to play chord forms, and as you move higher up on the neck where you would tend to not be playing chords necessarily, and would be playing faster lead licks, it flattens out. And that allows you to have lower action than you would otherwise be able to have because of the curvature of the fretboard. And it's kind of the best of both worlds. Greg Koch said it best. His is the best explanation. Down here's for, the cowboy chords, and up here's for the schwiddly, schwiddly, schwiddly. And so the schwiddly, schwiddly, schwiddly is fun, but down here's where you earn money.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard the joke? I think Maurice used to say it like, this is the upper register, this is the cash register. So
nice.
There you go. But yeah, so best of both worlds, and that combination with the really silky feel of this neck and that kind of augmented D makes for a really fast playing neck.
Yeah.
Compliment, of course, you already said it. The painted headstock is totally cool, very modern looking.
Yeah.
Which is what these guitars are.
Yeah, it takes the modern that we talked about with the Ultra. These are modern features. Looks classic though. This looks a little more modern to go along with the features.
Yep.
I think. I love the headstock with the gold logo and everything. It looks really sharp. And on that Strat especially, the color of the tint on the neck, I think, looks super great.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Locking tuners, of course, that kind of would go without saying. You've got the matching modern push-in trem arm for the Stratocaster. Of course, on the Tele and the Strats that come with the Floyd Roses, it'd be a Floyd, or you get the string through like a traditional Telecaster does. You've got the really awesome Luxe carves on the body that, why did it take so long?
Yeah, I know.
Because it's so comfortable. And the nice thing, you can really tell on the back of this one and that one too, with these finishes, these are ash body. And there's fewer finishes available in this Ultra Luxe line, but from what I've read so far, I believe all of them, maybe, I don't know if the Tele with the Floyd is, but these two guitars are ash.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah, so they make everybody think it's going to be hard to get ash, and they're like, boom, well, you can get it, but it's going to be a little more, yeah.
Well, truthfully, it is hard to get ash, and I think when they first made the announcement of moving production away from ash on certain guitars, it came down to, unless it's a specific finish on a particular guitar or it's a vintage spec instrument, then it would get ash. And I guess these are just high end enough that, because they have it, they just don't have a great supply of it. It works. So you've got the Ultra noiseless vintage pickups, which is the same as what the Ultras had before, and you've got the similar switching that's available on these guitars, which just gives you a plethora of options. Do you have a plethora?
Oh yeah, of course. I have one extra option. You have more.
I have more
clef over there. So yeah, on the Strat, on your 1 and 2 position, you press in the volume knob, the switch inside the volume knob, and it adds in your neck pickup.
The S1 switch.
Yes.
Stands for scrumptious.
It's a scrumptious tone. And then in the middle position over here on the Tele, you press in the volume switch, and I believe it's a series parallel kind of back and forth. So you get thicker if you're running these in series, more humbuck-esque.
Yep.
And it sounds really good.
These two settings, I'll say, are my two favorite kind of options that you can get through kind of a switch on a Strat or Tele. Because if you are playing a Strat and you want that kind of Tele style, these two pickups with neck and bridge, you can't get it with the 5-way selector switch. You can get it by doing that. And you can get all three, which is a very cool setting. Really cool. On my guitar that has an S1 switch, that's one of the ones I use a lot. So those two settings have always been my favorite. And then I have a Baja Tele that has that setting on there. And it's different. It's a 4-way selector.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it has a push, but it does out of phase sounds instead of parallel series. But I love, the one I use more often is the series sound with the two pickups, because it's this big fat lead tone.
It's huge.
So
yeah, and I like this. So the Baja is cool in and of itself. That's kind of like one of the hidden gems, but this just streamlining the switching to like just a couple added tones that they know you're going to use, and that you can really. It doesn't have to be some special.
It's not overly
thing.
complicated.
Yeah, no, it's great. Yeah.
So all in all, these are really cool additions to the line. I wish we had the other ones to showcase today, so that you could really see Cooper shred with the Floyd and just dive bomb all over the place.
That's my style.
That video is coming.
Yeah.
But we are going to put these through their paces so you can hear for yourself. Now, like I said, these are the same pickups. So the sound distinction is not going to be as huge as the feel difference that you get on these guitars. So if you have been looking for a Strat, basically like that top of line creme de la creme Strat with that silky smooth steel fret feeling, they're finally here with Teles and Strats. So pretty cool. Gonna run through their paces?
Let's do it.
All right, let's check it out. So there you have it, the new Fender Ultra Luxe line. And like we said at the outset, you have these two models, a traditional as the Ultra Luxe can be, Stratocaster, 3 single coil pickups, noiseless with this great feeling neck and setup. You've got the more traditional styled Telecaster with the kind of tried and true pickup combination there, but you also have an HSS version of this guitar with a Floyd Rose and a double humbucker version of the Telecaster with a Floyd Rose. I gotta be honest, that's the one I am most anxious to get my hands on.
Yeah.
It just sounds so cool.
It sounds new, for sure. Sounds new. I'm really looking forward to that kind of seafoam green. That's so it's limited finishes on these. I think that one, the regular Strat has a plasma red.
There's two different, this is a 2-color sunburst, and you can get it with either the rosewood fretboard or maple.
Yeah.
And then the other one is a plasma burst finish.
Plasma, and then this one has the 2-tone sunburst, but then I think it's seafoam green, or surf green.
Yeah, it's like a metallic
one of those
something.
nice colors with the matching headstock. It's hard to lose when you got that. That color, black headstock, rosewood fretboard, I think looks the sharpest.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool.
I agree. This would be like the hero color, we'd call it.
Yeah.
This is probably one of the guitars that pop up in a lot of their marketing because it looks so great.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
So Pretty awesome. If you'd like more information about these guitars, head over to our website. It's alamomusic.com. You can also click on the links below, and we will have information there for these and the other new Ultra Luxe models from Fender that are new for this year, 2021. You can check out all the specs, the colors of what we have in stock, and if you have questions about them or any other guitars, you can also chat live with one of our associates online and find the perfect luxurious guitar. Do you think that's why they called it that? It's just being luxurious? Is it like a trendy thing? You're younger than I am.
I think it's luxurious. It's definitely not deluxe, but it is. You know what I'm saying?
It's luxe.
It's luxe. It's just luxe.
It's deluxe.
It is the absolute luxest guitar I've seen in a long time. Yeah.
Feel great. They feel absolutely phenomenal. So, anyways, check them out online, and we will be covering the additional ones as soon as we get them in stock. You want to make sure that you see that video. So if you haven't done so already, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. You turn on notifications so that you know when that video comes out, and hit the like button so other guitar players know when it comes out as well. I always say at the end of the day, the very best guitar in the world is
Luxe.
That's right. So keep coming back, watching our videos. We'll see you next time.